Okay, so I thought I would do some messages for those feminine energies, okay? And I was going to do it by element. And so the first element we're going to cover is fire signs, okay? So if you're a fire sign, here's your message. For the highest and greatest good of all, you're surrounded in divine white light. All right, we have the Strength card, we have Judgment. I'm gonna get 3 more cards and then we'll get what the message is, what the advice is. You might be, I feel like there could be a wavering of confidence here. You could be in between the mindset of like embracing that shift. There's like this mindset shift that's needed at this time. I feel like you've been doing a lot of self-reflecting. You may even be giving yourself a lot of self-love at this time. I feel like give yourself some grace. I feel like there's a lot of things that you're releasing at this time. I feel like this is kind of like preparing you. I also have 6 of Pentacles. I guess, you know, this is preparing you for your harvest season is what I'm getting. I feel like it's going to be time for you to receive. I feel like you've been putting out a lot of good energy here. I feel like there is going to be some sort of balance that comes in for you. Maybe you are experiencing something as a result of something being unbalanced. Maybe you had to make some hard decisions even. It could have even been related to love as well. So I feel like this is a mixed message here. I feel like it's like continue to push forward. You know, it's okay to kind of like not always have the confidence, but I feel like they're helping you with this. I feel like this is, you know, you trusting your faith, okay, and knowing like what you experience and how you feel, especially when you meet people, that's something that you can trust. You may not have trusted your intuition before or your spidey gifts, but I'm getting like now is time for you to trust the communication that you receive, okay, even if it's non-traditional. That's for my fire signs. All right, next up is the Queen of Pentacles. So the element is earth, okay? So this is going to be a mini read for earth signs. Okay, so let's see what we have. Hierophant. So I'm getting like your focus is, you know, how you show up in your society, how you show up in your culture, how you show up in those that you have relationships with. I feel like you have a position of, it's almost like people come to you because you're so resourceful. It's like if anybody needs anything, like you have that cup of sugar. I feel like this is something that like you pride yourself on. I feel like you do like to read, you do like to explore other topics that might bring some sort of like inspired action, some sort of motivation, some sort of will and grit. I feel like you're someone who holds it down regardless of what environment you're in. I feel like it doesn't matter. I feel like you're the person that is like the anchor on a team, in a team dynamic or in a partnership. I am getting that you're not afraid to tell it like it is and back it up. So I feel like this earth sign energy is very strong-willed, as well as intelligent. So let's get some more. You could be entering in like some sort of contract. Let's see what this King of Swords is. You also could be moving on from a relationship. Okay, maybe somebody was a bit bitter, maybe blunt. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of pain as it relates to this ending. I feel like this was really like life-changing, life-altering changes. I feel like there was this awakening, this enlightenment to who you were actually in a partnership with. And I feel like you decided that like it wasn't meeting what you wanted for yourself. It's not like how you saw your partnership or your soulmate. Or maybe this is a loss of somebody close to you that's passed on. I do feel like someone is seeing things clearly now. I feel like there is a lot that has been exposed here or that will be coming to light. I feel like this might have been something that was a catalyst to some sort of enlightenment, awakening, seeing things for what they truly are, maybe the illusion, maybe the fear and anxiety of this ending has come to pass. I feel like there is justice being served in this situation. If you don't see it, you will soon. I feel like there is this beautiful new beginning at the end of this road. So if earth signs are going through it and this resonates, just know that the light is at the end of the tunnel. Okay, so keep moving forward. Okay. All right, next up is our air signs, and you know I'm a fan. So I split the deck, right, and I have the Eight of Pentacles and I have the Two of Cups. So this is going to be, you know, a bit of career and love. Maybe they're intertwined into one. So let's see what's happening for the air signs. If you'd like to book a personal, you can go to betweenbothworlds.com. There's lots of different options there to pick from. There's an Emperor. I feel like someone has definitely also stood in their authority, stood in their power, as well as even some sort of like leadership role. Okay, so you very much could be called to step up a bit, or this could be a masculine energy or feminine energy, depending on how the roles fit. A father figure potentially. I have a Star, a Hermit, maybe Virgo energy, Aquarius, Gemini, fire sign energy as well, Two of Cups. Get a couple more cards and we'll go over what the message is. We have the Fool, Strength, and then last card, let's see what it is. We have the World. Holy moly, lots of, and then the Empress at the bottom of the deck. Interesting, very interesting. I feel like this Queen of Swords energy, air energy, okay, is the element that we're talking about here for this mini read. I do feel like there was a bit of having to dial up or deal with someone who, you know, maybe you've had to dial up your motivation, right? Maybe you're trying to accomplish something. Maybe you're tapping into your purpose a little bit more. Maybe you're leaning towards that way. Maybe you're feeling like you're meant to switch gears and do something different than maybe what you do for your day-to-day job. There is something that, you know, is leading you in that direction. I feel like you're being called to kind of like take control of your destiny kind of vibe. I feel like there is something on its way to you in the form of a partnership. This will lead to some sort of new experience, adventure. You know, it's a new outlook too. I feel like you gained the wisdom and knowledge you needed for the purpose of healing this past experience that you've had. It required strength and courage and confidence. I feel like you can move forward with confidence that, you know, things have come full circle that needed to come full circle, and you're moving on to the next level, whatever that means to you. This could be professionally, this could be spiritually, this could be, you know, in your relationships with people, this could be a business deal. So I feel like there is this elevation, there is this like recognizing someone's growth, and maybe you help other women in some way. I'm getting like there could be some sort of like supporting of others. There's like this sense of, you know, embracing some, you know, oneself. I feel like there's a bit of that. I feel like there's a message of embracing oneself, which is beautiful. So if this resonates, I hope that this stays with you and it helps to guide you to whatever you're wishing and hoping for. So that's for the air signs. All right, so element, water, the Queen of Cups. Very psychic, empathic, loving, caring, kind, humanitarian energy. Someone who has to learn the lessons of not letting their emotions get the best of them, okay? I feel like sometimes, you know, we have to balance that out when we are in the physical world. And sometimes we have to apply it across many different areas of our life. The Hierophant can represent like many different emotional commitments and relationships that we have while we're here having an earthly experience. I feel like there might be some, like everything's happening for you. I feel like there might have been, for some of the water signs, like there might have been some sort of injustice, but I feel like things are just. There were things to learn here. There was a higher purpose for what you were being called to either heal from, deal with. Let's see what this is. What is the Justice? It has something to do with a masculine energy, has something to do with an Emperor energy. Maybe there's some sort of authority or power. There could be, let's get one more. Let's keep going. All right. I feel like this could be a balance coming in your family life, maybe like at the home. Maybe there's a judgment that's being made in your favor is what I'm getting. Yeah. So for heavy water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or heavy in your chart, I would say there is some sort of balance, fairness, something that might have affected like a family dynamic. And maybe even a home. Maybe there's some sort of ruling that's happening in your favor. Okay. So I feel like if you have, you know, kind of wished on a star and you've been hopeful and optimistic and, you know, really, again, like providing the facts, like, and maybe you're being called to look at things objectively and unbiased before making any decisions, because like also as the Emperor, you're in the position of a power, and so you're able to make decisions. I feel like do this with care. It's like having candor and care when it comes to something. I feel like, you know, there are going to be snakes in the grass no matter where you work. I feel like that's for some of you. Like you could be dealing with some difficult people at work and you're like, oh, I'm not their vibe. Like I can't vibe with them. I feel like see it for what it is and kind of like focus on what's in your lane, right? Like, and if you need to transmute things, but just, you know what you're dealing with. It's kind of like use your intuition and just kind of like be aware that, you know, there could be things kind of like that are not on the up and up at work. Again, this is collective reading. So, but I do feel like, you know, they kind of, it's almost like let them energy as well. And this also can be like thoughts of your own that might be coming back that might prevent you from moving on and doing something different than maybe what you do today. So I feel like there's a bit of that. I feel like you are good enough. So it's kind of like dream big too. If you're looking for like a dream job or switching things up, I'm getting like, make sure that you're not stuck in like thoughts of like past ways of thinking, old ways of thinking. I feel like they didn't get you anywhere. I feel like all they did was like help you sabotage yourself. So I feel like there's a mindset I keep seeing like mindset. There's some sort of thing that maybe needs to be prioritized, or maybe someone needs to, like if someone is kind of coming towards you, maybe don't react and just kind of like deal with them when you have to deal with them. Maybe not everyone's emergency is your emergency, I'm getting. Yeah, I feel like some people just like are kind of a bit careless. What's this? What's this? 8 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords. Death. So this could be accepting the inevitable or letting things end. There could be like someone doing some shady shit that actually, you know, is enough for you to want to make changes when it comes to what you are spending a lot of time doing. I mean, the 8 of Pentacles is like, you know, the grind, okay? So there could be some changes when it comes to that for some of you water signs. I feel like you might understand this as part of like something that you have like to do. I feel like there could be something that you feel called to do, especially when it comes to the Star card here. I feel like you've learned what you needed to learn, and it's time to move on so that you can continue your growth. They want to continue your growth. And so sometimes you outgrow a place is what I'm getting. So I feel like if you're a water sign, you very much could be outgrowing where you're at and you are feeling it. And so you might need to spend more time on balancing your own emotions so that you can see things from a higher perspective. Okay? Sending you guys lots of love.